I apologize for the AC noise. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Is what it is. Also, the camera is weird. I don't care. I could fix this, but I don't want to. This is as good as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I video game music. No copyright. Oh, this sucks. I don't believe that there's no copyright. Lol, instant copyright. Whatever. You know what? Screw that. I get music, you don't. I don't really care. I'm gonna mute my desktop. Yeah, so I have a lens buying problem. I've purchased too many lenses and camera equipment in general. Honestly. Okay, now this is still too loud. Okay. Okay. I'm not used to having a mic in front of me. It's been so long. So I like just clean these, but I clean these very poorly. We got the Canon 7300 L f4 to 5.6. I love this thing actually. I know it doesn't seem like it was a weird L lens at the time because it's like, why are they doing an L lens that's f4 to 5.6? But the build quality on this is so nice. Like my other main lens is this. It's a Sigma 24 to 105 f4, and like this is nice. Don't get me wrong, but this zoom ring it's just tighter than I would like. Like when it's on a body, you really gotta like torque it, you know. And this manual focus ring, I really don't like. It's so small and it's like really close to the zoom ring here, which is not like I get it, but you really have to use both fingers. Like you can't really go like that. It's not practical to do. But this is still nice. Nice and metallic and whatever. But this, oh my god, this lens is so nice to use. The zoom is very, very easily with two fingers. You can just sort of, thumb and finger it. Just sort of twist it like that. And this manual focus ring, oh my god, it's so nice. It's so easy to do with one finger. So if you just need to quickly, it's not catching on something that you want it to zoom, you can just quickly, and of course it's full time, and you got your switches on the side here. Yeah, I love this. 7300 is really nice. I like 300 millimeters. I also have an R8 now instead of a R50, which honestly, the R50 was a good camera, man. It really was. Like, this in some ways is like more frustrating to use. Like, there's no, I don't think there's a good way to like set the aperture. The way I have to do it is I have to press the like exposure lock button, and that brings up the whatever it's called, the aperture while I'm holding it, and I can change it. Like, why? I don't know. These keypad buttons seem very underutilized when you're in manual mode, which is funny because this is the manual. You know, oh, R50 is just meant to be put in auto, and you're just, yeah, it's for the soccer mom. Blah 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 blah. I hate when like Jared fucking Poland says that or some stupid shit. Like, whatever, dude. Perpetuate the lie that you cannot get good results with a entry level camera. You can also put it in FV mode and like switch between the four, but I don't think I really like FV mode. I'm trying it out. The thing with exposure comp, like you can't easily access it. On the R50, it was super easy to go like this, and you would just cycle through the things. Like you can touch, you can't touch the screen. But yeah, that's my gripe with that. Also, I did get a good deal on this. I bought it for $950, but the guy that I bought it from, it didn't come with any original batteries or chargers, which kind of sucks because the Canon batteries do last longer and charge a little faster. So, you know, I'd always run the one Canon battery in my R50, and then as backups, I would use these KNF batteries, which these are actually good. Like but on this camera, they don't show the percentage, no indicator, which is not a huge deal to me. And like, you get 3 of these for $30 plus a charger that you can charge all 3 at once. So it's like, okay, you know. Whatever, Canon want to charge me $60 for one battery or whatever it is, which is so funny because it's like 1,000 milliamp hour battery. Like, it is such a small battery. The profit margin on those must go insane. Damn, this is a big thing. I forgot about this. I don't even know if these are dirty or not. It's gonna be hard to do unless No, I can't really do that, can I? Yeah. I also bought. I'm skeptical of this. I might have to fight this guy. I bought a 400mm prime off Reddit because right now the majority of my photography is kind of like nature, wildlife, whatever. But I am worried. The guy was like super excellent. What did he say? He said like near flawless glass. But then I found out in like previous listings he had said, disclaimer, there's a fair amount of marks on the coating. So which is it? Is it there's a lot of marks on the coating, or it's near flawless? That's not the same, whatever. We'll see how that goes, you know. I mean, I guess if like it doesn't, uh, if it doesn't show up in pictures, whatever. But like, I'm really hoping it doesn't, so I don't have to fight this guy for this. That looks fine. I also finally got some filters. I know people are also like, oh, I don't want to use UV filter. Blah, 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 blah. I don't believe. I'm mostly talking about Jared Polin. Guy is such a goof. Oh, I don't believe in using filters. I don't believe I'm putting a piece of glass on my other, my expensive glass. And like, I mean, good for you, dude. Like, you can just replace your lenses if you ruin them. I cannot. That didn't really need to be cleaned. I didn't use that today. Oh my god. There we go. These are actually pretty nice filters. They're Hoya. They're like, I don't know, they're like $40 a piece, but they work real nicely with the lens. But the big thing that I've just purchased is I bought my first RF lens, which is technically true. So, like, okay, I had an RF lens before. I had I bought used because fuck you, Canon. It was a 18 to 150. It was the kit lens that came with the R7, which that's a good lens actually. Like, actually, you get a good zoom. Like, what was the full frame equivalent? It was like 20, like 28 to 210, 240. Do the no cap. That might be crazy. Actually, now I'm curious. Canon 18 to 150. It's so crazy how in such a short time I've gone from this lens, this little APS-C plastic little lens. I'm like, damn, this thing is heavy. I need to like get a better neck strap to this. This thing weighs like 2 pounds. Actually not. Yeah, it's 29 to 240. That felt pretty good, honestly, for it starting at 29. Like, honestly, that's not bad. F40? Why? But yeah, that was. Anyways, what I ordered. My first actual RF lens. I think the actual, like, Canon may have made money off of me on this one. Because I bought it on eBay, but I bought it new on eBay. Which I think a lot of camera stores and sellers, sell on eBay. Which, by the way, I don't get how they make any money. Because if you are buying something from Canon and then you're selling it on eBay, which takes like 10% at least, like 7, 10, 13%. How do you make any money? But anyway, it is it is this. You can't see it. Stop. It is the 28 to 28 to 70 f2.8. Oh yeah, you actually can't see it. Now this is $1,000 lens. And I even, it's so funny how I go in circles. It's like, I watched multiple reviews of this lens because I thought it was kind of interesting, but then I completely forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. And I was recently like, okay, neither this lens, obviously this lens because it ends in 5.6, but definitely with my with this lens. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying. This is a f4 to 5.6. It doesn't do that great in low light. Obviously, this is a constant f4, so it does okay. Like, you can use it in lower light. Like, if you're in a bright city, and taking pictures at night, like, you could work with it, especially with the R8 and its low light capabilities. But I ideally wanted a little bit something just a little bit brighter, a little bit faster, and of course, the first thing I was looking at, really dirty. The first thing I was looking at was a 24 to 70 EF lens, because I was like, once again, I'm not spending just an absurd amount of money. I think that the L lens, the RF lens, the 24 to 70 is like $2,000 or something. I'm like, dude, I don't care how good it is. Like, I'm not doing that. I refuse. Like, I can't. So I was looking at the used lenses, of course, and there were three-ish options. The cheapest option was the Tamron 24 to 70 f2.8 G1. It was like VCUSD G whatever on the EF mount, and it's a decent lens, but it's definitely kind of an older Tamron lens, so not the best build quality, and just not the best image quality either. there was a G2 version that was slightly better in image quality, but like much better in build quality and stuff like that. But I was really like, okay, so those are the Tamron options, and then Sigma had an option. It's from the same like art line. It looks exactly like this, but it's a it's obviously a 24-72/8. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get the Sigma one because it's got better corner image quality, and it seems pretty good. See, the issue, right, with that was it's kind of close to, it's like $800-900. Like, after tax on eBay, you could be looking at like you could definitely probably snipe one for like high 700s, but there were still a little bit of compromises with it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of that zoom ring, and it's an older lens. It's those Sigma art lenses are built well, but they're heavy. They're very heavy, and then of course, obviously, I got to use my adapter, which isn't the end of the world. Like, obviously at this point I'm used to that, but you know so I don't know what I was like, okay, I'll get that, and I don't remember if I was looking. I don't know. I don't know if I was just like, actually I think what I was doing, which is funny, I was like, okay, well, yeah, I have to get an EF mount one because the RF stuff is just way too expensive. And I was just scrolling through B&H because as you do, you just scroll through B&H, and I saw this lens that's on screen. Why is this not okay? I saw the 28-70, and it's an RF lens. It's a new lens. You get the good silent autofocus motors. You get the silent. I mean, the Sigma is already silent, but you get image stabilization, all that good stuff, and the stupid control wing. And it's $1,000. So obviously, I mean, if I have the option to get an RF lens that is, I mean, let's be honest here. Let's rattle off the list of positives, the advantages that the RF lens has over like a older Sigma lens and the EF mount. Way lighter, way lighter. Don't have to use an adapter. Way smaller as well. Like, honestly, it's kind of crazy how much smaller you can make. They can make a standard zoom lens instead of just having it be 24-70, just making it 28-70. Like, you really are not losing that much. This filter is not being cleaned very well, if I'm being honest with you. And like, I don't really care about weight anymore. Like, I'm just, but of course, it's like a smaller car, right? People don't understand this, but if you have a smaller car, it just makes everything easier, just makes it easier to operate and easier to maneuver and easier. Obviously, this doesn't really apply with the car, but easier to pack in a bag, throw in your pocket if you wanted to, you know. And the big thing for me is that this lens it's much better image quality, and that's not to fucking sloppy on Canon's dick or some shit. It just, as Christopher Frost says, standard zooms like these are very difficult to make. They are not easy at all to make. Why does this look so filthy? They're hard to make. And, you know, that's just how it is, really. And all of those older EF lens, even the L lens, by the way, either the version 1 that came out in 2005 or 2 or something like that. Or the version 2, they both do not have IS, which is insane. I'm just saying. And they still have image quality compromises. Like they're not perfect. I don't really know how to use paper. I saw a Japanese guy do this. I don't think I ever did that really. I was supposed to. Dude, I'm just making this worse. I don't know why this is so difficult to clean. But yeah. Gotta open the KNF Concept microfiber. Okay, this is the one. Maybe I should do it like upside down. You know, what's the point in the microfiber cloth if it just smudges everything? I can't see. Oh, heavy. Whatever. That's as good as it's gonna get. I really like this lens cap that comes with these older lenses. It's nice and low profile. So yeah, I ended up getting this lens, and it's a very impressive little package, honestly. It's like, it's literally half the weight. Half the weight of other, and almost size of other 24 to 70s. Even though it's not a 24 to 70, it's a 28 to 70. But as I just found out, that old 18 to 50, 150 that I was using, like, that full frame equivalent is 29. I will be fine. I will be 100% fine with 28. Guaranteed. It'll be no problem. I really do like this this textured, like, coating that Canon puts on their lenses. It feels very nice. This thing is really sharp as well, man. Really good. I got a Tamron lens cap on there. What do you know about that? It's all about $30 lens, baby. I'll give this a quick little. So really, I know I say this, but man, who knows what lenses I'm gonna buy. The only thing that I'm really missing for this new R8 that I have, I do want to get rid of this little guy. This is not the STM version. I stupidly bought the version 2 of this 50mm f1.8, which I know, shame on me. It's a fine lens. It's just, it is incredibly loud though. The focus motor is insane on this, and also when it like slams against the inside of the barrel here, either way, when it's autofocusing, sometimes it sounds like it's literally going to explode. But what are you gonna do? Whatever, I'll use it until it breaks, which will probably be in like a week. But I do want to get a, like, Canon made a f1.4 version-ish. It's not really the same, but it's kind of similar. There's a couple different f1.4 versions. I don't know if I want to get one of these or like a manual focus TT Artisans 50mm or something. I am unsure. That's a big ass sensor, man. Do I even need to clean this? If I don't need to clean this, I'm not gonna clean this. Let me really get in here. I'm not gonna clean it. I seem to have managed to not get any motes on my sensor lately, so I'm not gonna clean it. You should not clean your sensor if you do not have to. I will say, I was kind of struggling to hold my Canon R50 with this lens, this, smaller 24 to 105. If I would have tried to put this on my R50, I literally think like I would have had to do like finger grip strength training, because the grip on the R50 is really shallow. You're basically holding it onto it with the equivalent like grip like this. You can't like wrap your fingers around it. You're kind of just like this. Which is honestly it's fine, but I think this might have been a limit. Honestly. The only other thing is I got the OEM one of the iCups coming, because I was so confused, right? I was like, man, I just assumed that since this was a higher end camera than the R50, I just assumed that this was the iCup that came with it, which this is actually a nice iCup. Like, if you don't wear glasses, it's great, I think, because you can really get your eye in there and it makes a good seal and it's nice. It's like a kind of like a binocular style. But for me, it is so much more difficult to use than my R50, because this, like, I can't get my face, can't get my eye close enough to this viewfinder because of this badass eye cup. So I had to buy a like eye cup off of eBay from like China, which is gonna literally get hit with import duties. But it's the only place I could literally find it. Like, they sell other aftermarket ones, but I don't want an aftermarket one. All the aftermarket ones are like this and really deep. Like, I just want a normal one. But I was so confused as to like why is this like this? Because all the pictures I was seeing of this camera did not have it like that. So I was confused, and I thought that this sort of just like slipped over. It does not. You have to unscrew it, and this whole bracket here is different. It's meant for this eye cup. It like gets sandwiched between two pieces of plastic. So, my bad, I guess. But yeah, it's like not the easiest thing to use right now. It's not bad. Like, I could live with it, but ideally I could. I'm sure when let's put it this way, I'm sure when I get the OEM eye cup, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, I can see now. Uh, I will say the adapter life has gone pretty well for me so far though. Like, I really do not regret buying these older, much cheaper lenses. Like, the only thing, and I will eventually get one, is Canon really wants you to change your aperture with a control ring because I don't know, they just really want you to do that. And they sell adapters with a control ring on it. It's an OEM adapter. And I should probably have multiple of these anyways. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, it would just be nice to have a spare or just be able to like keep uh, one on the lens. And I would like that control ring because if I could just change my aperture that way instead of having to do it the stupid way, which is like pressing the AF lock button or the exposure lock button, that would be nice. But yeah, these work really well. And like even with this lens is like 15 years old. I think there's videos on YouTube when it first came out and people were just like floored at the price, which is so funny, by the way. Because it's like, hold on. This lens was about $1,500 when it came out. So 14 years ago, that would have been what? That would have been 2011. So dollar cent 1,500 in 20. Did I say 2011? I think I did. So it would have been about $2,000, $2,100. Nowadays, Canon charges $2,000 for like every single one of their lenses, and no one says anything about it. Like, so I don't know what's the difference. Whatever. But the focus motor with the adapter, like it works really well. Like it's surprisingly quick. That's definitely something that I've noticed is that like we've known how to make good focus motors for quite a while. Obviously the new ones are better, especially in a smaller lens where they're, you know, effectively quiet, they're silent. You know, these make a slight whooshing sound, as you would say. But the speed, honestly, like, it's just as good. It really is. Maybe not so much for my Sigma lens. That misses sometimes. Sometimes when I'm like, something's walking towards me, like an animal, I'm trying to take a picture with it, it won't hit it perfectly. But like these, the top of the line focus motors, like these ultrasonic ones, they were great. They really do. That's why I'm just so I am so decentivized to, is that a word? I don't know. To buy a new RF lens. Like I just don't care. I'd rather not pay that amount of money. And you know, like I was saying, like the weight, I've just accepted my fate that this is gonna weigh 10 trillion pounds. It's honestly not that bad. The setup that I have right now is I have just a big shoulder strap that has like a good amount of padding. It was cheap too. It was like $30. And it screws into the thread. I don't remember what you call this. I don't know what the actual name is on the bottom here. And it's like a plate. And then you just clip kind of like a carabiner onto it. It's not really, but you know, you clip it onto that. And then what this is on here for is that this also clips onto the strap as sort of some extra protection in case the, I don't know, in case the plate falls out or something, or the carabiner breaks. I don't think that would happen really, but you know, just slight peace of mind to just keep this on here and clip it onto the strap. And it works great. It literally works fine. It's very good at dispersing the weight. It's this. This is it. Actually, what does he have on there? What do they got on this? Can I even see? No. I think that's like a... I don't know. It's something. I think it's an old 24 to... or 70 to 200 f2.8. But yeah, like, even a big lens like this, like, it works great. It really does. And it just sort of hangs... The way I have it set up is it's hanging sort of by my hip, like behind sort of my hip. So, you know, if your hip is like, whatever, you know what I'm saying. And it works great. Like, really, even with this thing, which is it's a lot of pounds. With this the length of this adapter, with the slightly heavier camera being the R8, it works really well. So, like, weight isn't even that bad. Like, I don't even really care that much. Even with... I'm almost so scared I'm cross-threading this. Even with the lens hood on, yeah, it's fine. It's completely fine. But, you know, I haven't traveled with all this yet. That's the only thing. Like, I don't... Would I really bring this? I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. It's actually a really good question. Would I bring this lens, like, across the world with me? Just for, you know... I'm not super serious. It's not like it's not like I'm going somewhere as a job to take photos. I guess I would, but like, you know, if I would have this on my camera, like, I don't know when, in what situation I'm going to carry this around all day just to switch for like a couple of photos. You know? I love this thing for wildlife and, you know, any general zoom stuff that I may be doing. But, you know, if I'm doing anything automotive, but I just don't know. I did. The interesting thing though is now that I have bought a nice 28 to 70, like this picks up right where that you know, leaves off. So I got 28 to 70 and then 70 to 300. And that's like perfect. So I don't know what I need. I really probably still would want to bring this. Because like, you know, everyone says it and it's true. A 24 to 105 is just so useful. It's such a good zoom range. Like, you can get a good, actual like good good zoom range on there. And f4 is not bad. as well. So I don't know. Dude, YouTube Music is wilding right now. I don't know what is playing. They're playing coffee shop music. I don't know why. It's that bad. It's just like, what is happening? Oh, this was only $17. I didn't realize. Such a good deal, honestly. Much too stiff and wide. Okay, I will agree. Bro's using a 7-pound rig. Okay, this guy's like pissed off at this little strap because he's like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna hold 7 pounds, dude. It's a, it's a backup measure. It's like a last resort. It's not hanging by this. Like at the very least, it would absorb some of the force from it falling. But then he's like mad that the bottom plate is too thick. What? The neck strap is made how I expect an $18 neck strap to be made. Besides the safety strap, I have no big complaints. Yeah, that's why you rated it 1 star. Dog, what the hell? Oh yeah, well I just buy 2. Bro, this thing is so cheap, you can just buy 2. Dog, these people, okay. These people have a $1,500 camera and they have like $1,000+ lens, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a $17 camera strap, and I'm gonna rate it like 3 stars because it's $17. What is the weight limit? I feel like 'bro, just return it if you don't. If you seriously can't stand it. Like I do agree that the actual shoulder strap itself is kind of thick. Like I feel like it doesn't need to be that thick, but I mean I also have never had any shoulder fatigue. Even like a 4, near 5 pound setup. Where is the weight limit? $15 kilograms? There's no way, dog. I really wish this lens came with a tripod collar. Like it can accept one right here, and it would really have been a nice feature. But Canon moment. And this hood has seen better days. I will definitely say that. But it's a hood. It's supposed to be the sacrificial layer, isn't it? You know what's funny about this lens as well? Is that people, like, on Canon's website it says L series lens quality, which I actually agree with. Like it is very high quality glass. Like it take like good pictures. Good. But I don't. So what is it missing? It has weather sealing. Like I don't know if you put like a third ring on here and like it came with a lens hood, could you charge $2,000? I don't understand. I don't get it. Wait. Oh, okay, that was the wait, what? I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who is paying $2,000 for a 70 to 200 2.8. Like, dog, you can get one of those for $700 on the EF mount. I'm just saying. Dying. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god. US joins Israeli air campaign with 3 strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Right before I started the stream, I like thought that something was about to happen because I read it like a headline. Dog. Why, man? This is this is an historic moment for the United States of America, Israel, and the world. Iran must now agree to end this war. Okay. Okay. Bro, listen. Everyone has tried meddling in the Middle East. It doesn't work. It leads us to a power vacuum, and it leads to just years and years and years and years and years of war. No matter how many soldiers are lost, like, dog, we don't have money for this right now. I'm gonna rip my coworker a new asshole when I see him next. Because he's a little fucking TikTok baby who loves to just be fed infinite algorithmic content for that give him all his nice little affirmations of the opinions that he already has. And like, no matter what, like every day, right? Every single day that passes, the presidency just gets worse and worse. Like, there's no. The only thing that he's already not underwater on is immigration. Everything else, any sort of, what do they call it? I can't even think. Anketo. What? I can't think of it. Polling? I don't know. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for. Okay. Oh my god. What's so funny is in order to get elected, Barack Obama will start a war with Iran. I hope people never stop posting this. Damn, you are owned by Jews. Wow, people really going in. But yeah, listen, all you had to do if you want Iran to get overthrown is just fucking wait. Just wait, dog. Like, people already hate the Iranian people, hate Iran. They hate the government. The way the current system got set up was, you know, they just basically lied. They're like, oh, well, be good, wink. And then they were not good, and people kind of got scammed. Wait, why is this show it comes with a lens hood? Why are you lying to me? Anyways. Yeah. Like, just give it another 5 years, 4 years, and like, Iran would have been, you know, they're already experiencing a lot of unrest. You don't gotta do nothing, man. Just let it happen. And I think it's so funny that like Tulsi Gabbard or whatever the hell, speaking of my coworker, fucking showing me Tulsi Gabby, whatever, I don't even know what her name is. Tulsi, whatever her name is, clips. Like, oh, she used to be a Democrat, but now she's Republican. She's a Republican now. Like, okay, dude. Well, the badass lady that you were showing me fucking told Trump that Iran does not actually have nuclear weapons, nor are they really making them. And Big D just completely ignored that and bombed him anyways. It's just everything is a lie, you know? Just everything is a lie. Bro literally said he would be like, Donald Trump said that he would be a peacekeeper. That would be his legacy. He'd be the peaceful president. Okay. If you say so. My idea of peace is usually not bombing other countries. But what do I know? Oh my god, dude. I cannot wait to see the fucking triple bending over backwards to try and cope and whatever, dude. Let's see if you're still saying that when your fucking son is being drafted. Not gonna get drafted, but like, you know. And like all this does is just it strengthens Iran. That's all it does, man. Like I said, Iran had already been, you know, the people do not really enjoy the government, but nothing unites people like another country attacking your country, especially when it's America. Like I don't know. The whole World War III thing is interesting because Iran is a bigger deal than like Iraq or Afghanistan were, but I don't really know if anyone would like back Iran up, you know? Because you have to think the way a world war happens, right? Is basically someone does something and that pisses someone off, and then they attack, and then that pisses someone off, and then, you know, you continue the fucking nuclear fission runaway chain reaction uh, until eventually you have many countries involved all fighting each other. But I don't know if any. I don't know if it starts there. I don't know who's gonna like really stand up for Iran. You know, because I don't know. I just can't believe the financial aspect of all of this. Like, I don't know how we are carrying out military operations. I don't know how this is gonna cut down our budget. And not entirely sure about that one. Wow. Oh, what the hell? Okay, I've seen the Mr. Beast Lowe's ad. If I see it one more time, I'm killing myself. Yeah, I get one freebie. I've seen it once. Now, if I see it more than once, we're gonna have a problem. It's so funny too, because it's like, I, I pray, man, that people have not forgotten all of the Iraq shit, all of the Afghanistan shit. I wonder how my uncle feels about this. Because he was in Afghanistan. Sure, that would be kind of funny. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's like, why, man? We don't need to. What happened to America first? Like, I don't. Okay, the reality of all this stuff is that like what you see, the people on the internet who are like celebrating the bombing are not like real human beings. The majority of these people are grifting, rage baiting, and grifting, and just generally, ironically, like radical. They're like not real human beings, you know? Can I go to here? I don't want to dox myself, so I want to go to maps. Okay, so let's look at a map. Well, you know, this would be a really fun stream to look back on if this is what starts it all. These are not real countries. Anyways, where are you, Egypt? Here we are. So, here's Iran. Like, I did see that China and Russia, which is funny, were like, hey guys, we don't need to be bombing anyone right now, especially from Russia. But you know, whatever. Get little bro Russia. Who cares? Fucking listen to China. But you know, that's also kind of ironic coming from China because of all the fucking military drills that they keep doing over here. Anyways, like I just don't think that there's any anyone else who's gonna. There could be other stuff, and like stuff like this. Okay, for anyone that doesn't know, the reason why 9/11 happened in the first place is essentially what is happening with Israel right now. Like, because of meddling and support for Israel, and it just makes all of these Islamic, Arabic countries pissed off at it, and it's so easy to radicalize and recruit terrorists in times like this, because it's like, we hate the U.S. Look what the U.S. is doing to us. Look what they're, and then you get these militant groups that show up out of nowhere. I mean, literally, what happened with Afghanistan, right? I believe it was Afghanistan. It may have been Iraq. I get them. I get all the fucking wars we've had over here confused. But it was either Afghanistan or Iraq. The creation of ISIS happened, I think it was Iraq, because of our meddling. Because, we essentially overthrew the government. Saddam Hussein. Whichever one Saddam Hussein was in. Which might have been Afghanistan. It literally, the people that live here saw this happening. And it was just, I believe, so unbelievably easy to just go like, look what they were doing to us, brothers. We need to down with the US, we need to destroy the US. Look, they're evil. And then all of a sudden you have a religion that literally says like, death to the US. An offshoot of a religion. So this type of meddling not only breeds terrorism, but also it doesn't work half the time. It just harms more things than it ever does good. Well, Trump kind of got rid of some of his good PR there with the LA protests. Rip Bozo, I guess. Insane, man. So unbelievably stupid. And of course, like, he was advised as well that there's no nuclear weapons. Insanity. Truly. Whatever. I thought the dust on my monitor was stars. Actually, so I still have a Sigma 10 to 18 2.8, but I don't know, I didn't really like that lens a ton. It was okay. What are the videos that I have on here? Oh, those are the, okay. Don't need these. Anyone wants to buy my Sigma lens, hit me up. Man, I don't want any of these on my computer. These were accidental raw files. Why are the... Whatever, sure, import. Oh, God. Building smart reviews. Why did I import the videos? Okay, my screen is very dusty. I need to turn this off. What's just shadow recovery? Sheesh. It's actually not that good. I take these images sometimes just to like mess with them. What was this taking on? I don't even know. Oh, this is on my shitty f1.8 lens. I wonder what happens if I go like this. I bring the shadows way up, and then I denoise. Because like obviously over here, like that is has a lot of noise. Ooh. Okay, well let's see how that looks. Probably not gonna look very good. No, that did not work. Also, the other issue with this is the profile correction. That's the issue. Because obviously this lens has heavy vignetting, as you would expect from a very cheap f1.8 lens. Damn, it really brightens up the whole fucking photo. What the cat doing? What was this taken at? 10,050 meter. Really? This is f1.8? How dark was it? Oh my god, that is crazy vignetting. That's crazy vignetting. I wonder what happens when I denoise this. Probably nothing good, honestly. Actually, not that bad. Is it better though? Like, oh my god. Where the fuck? You do lose like a little detail because this is so dark. You do lose a little detail in there. Yeah, I'm not sure that this. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so let's go through these for real. What just happened? So I usually just rate these. That one's kind of blurry, so I'm not gonna. Hey, this is pretty well, yeah, it's ISO 500. I fucking hope it would be. At f1.8, I think I'm getting a little bit of like low contrast from the light because I'm like, I have my camera pointed upwards. I don't know what I was doing. 25,000. Like, you can use this picture, honestly. Like, it's not unusable. Even this. God, every lens just relies so heavily on this. Like, this is a good candidate for denoising. I say it's ISO 16,000, but you know. Just do it a little bit. Whatever happened to those? Oh, they're right here. I actually have a lot of images that. These are all JPEGs though. I have a lot of images to go through from my trip, from my latest New York City trip. Did this misfocus? And I just kind of like didn't go through them. Yeah, it looks better. Honestly, that's not a huge difference, but it is nice. Hello, white balance. Thank you. This is also at 16,000, so I'll denoise it. Yeah, it's not that big of a difference. It's like a little. Honestly, like 16,000, man. That looks really good. That bokeh. Oh god, I forgot about this. See, okay, this is the problem I have with fucking like 20 plus frames per second. Like, it's amazing that I can do it, right? But when does it become too much? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, there's like no difference. Oh, yeah, okay. I forgot about this. So one of these was taken. Can you stop? One of these was taken. Dude. Please. White balance. Why is it doing that? So one of these was taken with a filter on, and one of them was taken with the filter off. Which this is not the best test because of the ISO, but even though it's only 1600, yeah, there's no difference. People get so hysterical about that stuff. They're like, oh, you lose so much detail. My eyes hurt. Like, it's such a minute. Yeah, I can't tell no difference. Why was that so... Okay. These are actual photos I took today. Yeah, these all kind of suck. I'm just letting you know. Because I am not a landscape photographer. I also did not have the proper equipment. Whatever. I'm just gonna. Jesus. Where's my focal point? I don't even know. Ow. Why do these seem... so bad? Am I crazy? Like... Wait... I don't know what I'm doing. All these photos suck. I wonder if we could do this. Oh, that's interesting. I thought you could do that, but I wasn't like 100% sure. Yeah, you can like remove parts of the gradient. You really have a bigger brush for this. All these suck. Okay. Yeah, I just should have taken stuff with the 50 mil. Like I had brought my 50 mil with me and my 7300 because I was like, oh, wildlife. Yeah, well, I did I literally saw nothing. Literally saw nothing. Whatever, all these deploy the linear gradient. I wonder what happens when I actually kind of like that more with this picture. Where am I? Almost seems like there's blur. Like, why is this like blurry? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Was I not at a fast enough shutter speed? Like, I don't know. What is the I can't see the uh, uh damn, the highlights really makes that go crazy. These all suck, dude. Over sharpen the ant. Uh, this is definitely an image. Man in the woods. These have been here for a while. What do you know about the 221 millimeters? Any more contrast? Why does that make it so much brighter? Interesting image. I don't know, dog. I was just taking pictures of shit. It was not going well, obviously. My eye. I didn't realize I got a fly on this picture. It's certainly not my intent. Over sharpen the fly. Her portrait looks crazy. Wow, rocks. Ouch. Yeah, that kind of looks weird. How do we do this, huh? Know what you have to say for yourself. No, God, contrast is so crazy. It's still like over whatever. Good enough. Damn, I didn't realize how blown out these were. That might be gone forever. It says it's not, but I don't like any of these, to be honest with you. These all suck. Highlights on 0. Bro, I'm never gonna look at these photos ever again. Literally never look at any of these ever again. What is histogram? Remove the profile corrections. Swear to God, like the highlights, they just don't seem to go down that much. Oh, is this in JPEG? Dude, JPEG. Wait a second. No, these are RAWs. Am I crazy? Hold on. Whatever. Filters, rating, to Control A. Hold on, I added a library. No, stop. Stop. No, that's okay, no, these were raws. Okay, I was like, it does not export because I fucking cancel export. Wait, okay, there.